Hello friends, in this video tutorial I am going to write some basic Java programs in which some basic operations are used. So here is our first program. In my first program I am going to write a program in which employee's basic salary is input through the keyboard and his dearness allowances is 40% of basic salary. Traveling allowances is 30% of basic salary and house rent allowance is 20% of basic salary. And I have to write a program to calculate the gross salary. So to calculate the gross salary, first of all I need to calculate the dearness allowance, traveling allowance, house rent allowance. And after that I need to add basic salary with dearness allowance, traveling allowance and house rent allowance. So then I will get employee gross salary. Here we go to write a program. So for programming, let's start our notepad. So in our first program, create a class salary calculator, main method. And in the main method, we will take some variables. For example, take variables of type double, basic salary, HRA, DA, TA and gross salary. So I have taken few variables to store different amounts. So in a programming, variable name should be little bit explanatory so that we can easily identify variables that why we are using any particular variable. Now basic salary should be entered by user. So for taking input from the user, we need to import java.util.scanner class, and after that we need to create a scanner class object. We can create a scanner class object within the main method, or we can also create scanner class object outside the main method in salary calculator class. Suppose in this program I am going to declare scanner class object inside class. But one thing we need to remember that when we are declaring our scanner class object in salary calculator, our object must be static. Scanner SC and put a static keyword equals to new scanner system dot in. After that we can take input from the user in basic salary. So to take the input, basic salary equals to sc dot next double, and to make this more user friendly we will put a system dot out dot println a message enter basic salary, or instead of writing println we can write print. Let's save this program. Salary calculator. Now to avoid the bigger mistake in program, it is recommended that type small chunk of code and test it again and again. So I will compile this code and see whether it is working fine or not. So for compilation, just go to the command prompt and go to the specific location and compile the code java c salary calculator dot java. So it's working fine. Now execute this code java salary calculator. Yes, enter basic salary, and we can enter any amount here, for example 10,000, and enter. So till this point our program is working fine. We can write one more sentence to make more user friendly this program, like system.out.println, and give some tab character and write some new line character, also put there some tab character and write welcome to salary calculator, put a semicolon. Save this program. Again go to the command prompt, compile the code. Okay, println, and is missing. Clear screen. Now again compile the code and execute the code. Now welcome to the salary calculator, enter basic salary, and now we can enter our basic salary, and after that we will do some calculation and we will get our result. We can place one or two new line character more. Let's calculate the house rent allowance. I put comment house rent allowance, and to calculate house rent allowance, HRA equals to basic salary into 20 divided by 100, and put a parenthesis to avoid the confusion, and with semicolon. Similarly, calculate DA equals to basic salary into 40 divided by 100, and TA equals to traveling allowance equals to, it is 30% of basic salary. So the basic salary into 30 divided by 100. Now after that, our gross salary will be equals to basic salary plus HRA plus DA plus TA. Now we will print all the values. So to print all the value, system dot out dot println and write all the values like basic salary equals to, we can put /t plus basic salary, and similarly copy this, paste and one more time paste. So now house rent allowance HRA DA dearness allowance and TA, it is traveling allowance, and finally our gross salary. As I have put a comment on house rent allowance section, similarly you can also put comments to make a little bit user friendly code. Dearness allowance and it is traveling allowance, and finally gross salary. So it will be more convenient to any programmer to understand this code. So if possible or if required, it is a good programming practice to put comments inside the code. So let's save this program and compile the code and execute this code. So now welcome to the salary calculator. Enter your basic salary. So for example, I enter 20,000 basic salary. So here is the answer. Basic salary is 20,000. House rent allowance of 20,000 is 4,000, and similarly dearness allowance is 8,000, traveling allowance is 6,000, and gross salary is 38,000. So this is our simple salary calculator. Now in the next program, I am going to calculate the area of circle, and radius of circle must be entered through the user at the time of execution through command line argument. So you will start writing the code. Now in this program, let's create a class with the name area of circle and take a main method. In this program, we are going to take radius of circle input through the command line argument. Let's take some double type variable, R for radius and A for area, and we need to extract radius from the command line argument. So to extract radius from the command line argument, write instruction R equals to double dot parse double args and 0. Args basically a command line argument array. So and it is in the form of a string. So we need to parse, or we need to convert a string into double. So for the conversion of a string into the double, we need to use parse double method, which is defined in double class. So this method will convert a string into the double, and now we can put this value in the formula of area of circle. So A equals to the formula of area of circle is pi into r square. So we can put directly value of pi 3.141 and into r into r. Actually we are not having any operator for the power, so we can write r square in the form of r into r. Even though we can use some inbuilt methods, but at present we are not using any inbuilt method, we are directly putting the value in formula. So now our area is calculated in A. So just print the value of A, system.out.println, and area of circle is equals to plus A. So save this program, save as type all file, give a program name area of circle dot java. Now go to the command prompt, compile the code java c area of circle dot java. There is an error. Okay, semicolon missing. Put a semicolon, save the program, again compile the code. Now execute the code area of circle, but we need to put the radius after class name. So let's take 23 is radius, and now this is our result. So like that we can calculate the area of circle. Now in the next program I am going to calculate the area of rectangle. Length and width of rectangle must be entered through the user. So let's write and try this program. Now to calculate the area of rectangle, we need length and width of the rectangle, and then we can put this value into the formula and we can calculate the area of rectangle. So let's create a class with the name of area of rectangle and take a main method in this class. Take some variable of integer type, L for length, W for width, and A or area for the to store the area of rectangle. Now in this program we are going to take input from the user. So we need to import a scanner class java.util.scanner, and we need to create scanner class object scanner sc equals to new scanner system.in, and now system.out.println enter length of rectangle, take print instead of println, semicolon, and L equals to sc dot next int, and similarly just copy this code and paste this code, enter width of rectangle and W for this, and write a formula for area. So area equals to length into width, and just print the output area of rectangle is equals to plus area. Now save this program, all files, and write the name of program area of rectangle dot java. Now go to the command prompt and compile the code area of rectangle dot java. Now for execution java area of rectangle, enter length of rectangle and enter width of rectangle, and here is the area of rectangle. Now in the next program I am writing code for to find the simple interest if principal amount, rate of interest and time in year is given. So here we go. Now in this program we are going to calculate the simple interest. So for that let's create a class simple interest and take a main method. Let's take some variable of double type, simple interest, principal amount, rate of interest and time in year. In this program we need principal amount, rate of interest and time in year. So first of all we need to input these three value from the user. So for taking the input from the user we need to import scanner class, and then we have to create a object of scanner class scanner sc equals to new scanner system.in. Now take the principal amount equals to sc dot next double, because our type of principal amount is double, and similarly we can write our message print enter principal amount, and similarly for rate of interest and for time. Rate of interest, and rate of interest is the variable is for rate of interest ROI, and for time in year, time in year. Now after taking the input, we need to calculate the simple interest. So the formula of simple interest is equals to principal amount into rate of interest into time in year, and the whole value is divided by 100. Now print the output, system.out out.println, and write simple interest is equals to plus SI, semicolon. Save this program, save as type, all file, simple interest dot java c. Compile this code, java c simple interest dot java, and java simple interest, enter principal amount. So for example 50,000 is principal amount, and rate of interest is 8.5, and number of year is 3. So here is our simple interest 12,750. So in this video tutorial we have seen some basic program and few things related to the program. So how can we make our program more user friendly, more efficient? Thanks for watching this video, and stay with me for more programs and more Java.